right, you guys. Here is just an update on how we're doing with the building and ministry update. So I'm going to go through this. I probably did forget some stuff, but hopefully. So if you see something, you're like, "Hey, Kenny, what about this? What about that?" Feel free to again to text or email back. Love to answer questions. I'm going to start with the building update. Right now, currently, painting is getting done. So my mom, Laurel Barr, is leading the elite painting squad, and they've been painting the building. So they got the stage done. They've gotten a bunch of walls in like the upstairs lobby, the downstairs lobby done. They're starting to work on kids' classrooms, stuff like that. So that is currently getting done. Their goal is to paint everything, and then near the end, they'll come back and touch up areas. Stuff like, hey, we put windows in, and we need a touch up around the windows type deal. Egress door is about to start. We are in kind of a holding pattern with this egress door because before we can even dig a hole, we need a permit for the city. And Ryan Edens is helping me out with this, but we're close to getting the permit. And then I do have a couple people down to dig the hole, and then Bacon Concrete's going to do that, and then we'll order a door through Grizzly. So we're literally just waiting for the permit, and then literally it'll kind of fly by. HVAC, we're just waiting on TJ. So TJ goes to our church, thank goodness. He's a structural engineer. For the 2 units in the auditorium, they're ceiling units, so they go into the ceiling. We have to frame them in a way that doesn't affect the roof. So Ryan and TJ have been working on that to figure that out. Here's some things that we just need to get done. So need to finish siding. I've had 2 guys reach out to me saying they're going to help finish either patching some of with plywood on the side of the building. Some of the plywood, once we took off the siding, just needs to be replaced. And then we need to put a Tyvek paper. On Monday, I'm going to order siding. It takes 2 to 3 weeks. So we'll order siding, then we'll put that up. We need to frame doors. I already have doors done. I don't know why. I don't know why that's in there. Sorry, guys. I ordered carpet today, as you saw in my last video. It's going to be here September 1. We can actually hold it in their facility up to 2 weeks, but I'm assuming we better have the building, whatever it's called, insured by September 1, so I thought that'd be fine. Here's the update on the electrical. I know this is probably the big one everybody's trying to figure out. Right now, we are literally waiting on a Vista. So Trevor, who's done our electrical, he is done with everything he needs to do. So he put in some of the big electrical items, but we're waiting on a Vista to take the power from the house and connect it to the church. We can do that for free, so we don't have to pay for a bigger transformer. We're just waiting on a Vista. Trevor thought they would have done it last week. They haven't. So we're waiting on them to call when they're coming this week. So Trevor's been calling a Vista, asking, kind of bugging them. So we're kind of just waiting on that. Once a Vista hooks up that power, the next day Trevor's going to come out and put the panels in. We have 2 panels. One is outside of the building near the rear, and then one is on the 2nd floor office. There's a panel up there. He needs to replace those. He can't do that until a Vista hooks up the power. He says he'll come out the next day and do that. He says once the panels are in the next day, the inspector can come out like within that week. So once a Vista comes in, man, hopefully all this should just flow. Once we pass the inspection, the building will be insured, and then we'll bring in people like Vinny Del Pizzo and others who will add outlets to the building and do a bunch of other stuff. But we're literally kind of in a holding pattern right now on the electrical. So some of the stuff that we're doing, we're just kind of waiting. So some of the stuff we did get done, we did put in new exterior doors, so that's being done. And then I will be ordering the ADA ramp here probably next week as well, just so we can get that done and ordered and it'll be shipped. So here's some ministry updates. Larry currently is working on a Foursquare grant for $75,000. That would greatly help out the Coeur d'Alene cause and just North Church in general. As this year we're asking the council to invest $50,000 into just Fort North Church as a whole, with the expansion of the campus. So Larry can speak more to that if you have questions about that. We have ordered sound equipment, and Chris is going to install that in the lighting soon once the electrical is done. Currently, right now, all that stuff is at North Church Spokane. We're just waiting for the electrical to be done to bring it all over and start installing it. That's pretty key because that's something we're going to need for the preview service we're hoping to do in September. Kids ministry will be ordering supplies soon. I need to ask them questions like, could we order this stuff and then just store it in Spokane? We have a preview day in September. This preview day is going to be more focused into a traditional preview day. So we did have a preview day last month in July. That one was key for us figuring out, how many people can we get in the building? What does it feel like? What is parking going to look like? What are some of the team members we're going to need? That was a huge win because it really helped us kind of figure out like what's important, what's not important. This one's going to be really focused on outreaching to the community about a service and really helping with our marketing. And we want to also have a preview Sunday for volunteers. So the launch team, which you'll see down here, working on the launch team right now. Our goal is to have 30 people by October 1st. We currently have 18. The launch team, I would love them to use preview day to like, hey, let's test out kids ministry. Like, let's test out first impressions. So some of those people that maybe have never volunteered in those areas, this is going to be a test day for them. So this is going to be a big preview day. It's going to be a big one. It's to be decided because I'm still waiting on a couple key things for the building to be done. So just waiting on that. We're looking at starting a third group. Let me tell you a brief story. We have a young man, 24 years old, Keegan. He's a former Marine. He works for Spokane Police Department, but lives out in Coeur d'Alene. Me and him just got talking this last week. He's been kind of coming off and on to our community groups in Coeur d'Alene. He is on fire, and he wants to help start a group in one of the businesses around the church. So there's a gym, there's a winery, there's a couple breweries, and we're talking about how can we leverage some of the nearby businesses near the church to support each other. So hopefully we can do that. So Keegan, his wife, who used to go to youth group at North Church when I was a youth pastor, so that's really cool. She's also works in marketing and in advertisement for high-end furniture. She sells high-end furniture. So that's also a huge blessing because marketing is probably one of our weaker points right now in ministry. And it's something I've been praying about, like, God, how bring somebody in that can help us. She's also excited to help us with marketing, especially around starting this third group. This is also going to be helpful because my wife and Chris and Carrie and others probably can't help with starting a third group. And so this we're hoping to start within this month. Me and Keegan are just kind of working out the details and start talking to businesses. We're working on marketing right now. So Jenny from North Church Spokane is an adjunct professor at Gonzaga who teaches marketing for startup businesses. Me, Julia, Quincy, and Nick Kreider met with her, and she gave us a bunch of things we could start doing to help marketing, not only in Coeur d'Alene, but also in Spokane. So we started doing that, and so we're going to be working on that this month. And then again, we're just working on a launch group. 30 people I thought would be great because that helps us with all the volunteers in ministry we're probably going to need. Plus, it's just helpful. Hey, we know we got 30 people coming on our first Sunday. We currently have 18. So we got some work, but I think starting this third group and really working on marketing will help us hopefully get to that 30. Here's some things that I need help on from all of you. One, I'm going to need help installing windows. So we ordered the windows. I'm very excited. It would be great to have a crew out there where some people are removing the old windows and some people are installing new windows. I know about 4 or 5 people at North Church Spokane that probably could help us, but if any of you are able to help with that, that'd be great. 2, we're gonna get to the point where we're gonna need help with, odd jobs, I'm gonna call them. So this is like carpet tacks in the basement are still there. We need to remove those. There's a little demo on a wall downstairs that needs to happen. Siding, as you heard me talk about earlier, we need to patch some of the siding, remove some of the old siding. I do have a couple people to help with that, but if I could have some more people help with that, that'll just make sure it gets done faster. And then landscaping. John Loringer is going to come out and remove about a good 3 to 4 inches of topsoil around the building. And then we're going to lay down some paper, and then Aaron at our church has been helping us with some, here's what Coeur d'Alene looks like. Here's some plants we can put in without sprinkler systems or drip systems. Pretty cheap. That's probably going to cost probably less than $1,000, she said, so I'm pretty pumped about that. But I need people just to like, hey, could you help me lay down paper once John takes it out? Could you help spread these wood chips that once I get them dumped? So stuff like that. And then that's it. Honestly, that's a pretty big thing. Ryan is going to build the structure, I don't know what to call it, Ryan, but in front of the doors. So we demoed out that structure. Some people have been asking, why did we demo that out? Because there was about 15 trash cans worth of bird poop up there. And the structure they had just wasn't good, probably for cleanliness and like looks, because pigeons are just constantly crapping up there. So Ryan's building a new one that will help out making sure that doesn't happen again. He's also helping putting up new siding. Ryan's doing a lot, so I think there's going to come a time where we start doing some of this stuff. It'd be great to have some extra hands helping us. So even if you're like, I don't know how to build this, I don't know how to put up siding, luckily Ryan does, and a couple other people, but it'd be good just to have some extra hands there to do some of that thing. So the next thing you're probably going to see, if you haven't seen the budget video, click on the budget video. That kind of gives you an overview of where we're at budget wise. We're looking good budget wise, so I'm pretty pumped about that. And then you're also going to see the proposal for the house project from Nick Kreider. But if you have any questions, if you're like, hey, I can help you out, Kenny, with some of this stuff, please let me know. What I'm trying to do currently is literally schedule days to get these things done. So if you reach out, let me know if you can help, and then I'd love to schedule those things. Thanks, you guys. Bye.